Hey you guys, it's Lauren. It is Thursday. It's really, really dark in my house because it's cloudy and rainy and all that jazz. But I really wanted to make this video, and it's about getting started. It's about being new because I have a couple of new team members this month. I'm hoping for one or two more before the month is over. And being new is like scary and awkward, right? Because you have no idea what you're doing. And I remember in the beginning starting out and sharing on my, I was excited. I was excited. I shared, this picture from up above of when I done and when I not done. And it was before I'd even joined. And I was like, this stuff is crazy awesome. And I had a friend that was like, oh my God, where did you get that? I want that. Where do I need to get that? And I was like, oh my God, hold on. I might start selling it. And that launched me into my business. But I remember announcing it on my personal page and being like, so I'm doing this thing. It's real. It's so like, I can't believe I'm doing it. I'm crazy, but here's the deal. I haven't felt pretty in like 2 years because babies and pregnancy and, I just feel like this is like something that for 5 minutes every day I'm spending time on myself and I'm really excited and it's really awesome. And here's my launch party. Check your invites. And then I basically copy pasted Brianne's launch party. um, and my launch party went really well and I had a really supportive market, which I credit a lot to the fact that I haven't necessarily done anything like this before. So my people were like, what? What is Lauren doing? But that's neither here nor there. And I remember saying in that post, don't worry, you guys, I'm going to create a business page. I'm not going to be one of those people that just posts about my business all the time, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm going to keep it separate. I'm going to keep my business separate. And I've made a video about this before, but I got to talk about it again because there's so many new people in this team, and it's just really important that we understand the social media aspect of our business. Social media is huge for our business, for our company specifically. We're the first ever company to root our business in social media. You don't have to. I have an aunt who does this, who does not get down with Facebook, man, but she does well. She consistently works her business and she doesn't use social media, and that's fine. So is it mandatory? No. But for a lot of us, social media is our jam. And for a lot of us stay-at-home moms, social media is the only way we connect with other people. No joke. Sometimes there are weeks that I don't see anybody all week long in real life, except for my kids and my husband. So social media is where it's at for us. But we have to make sure we're using it correctly. And so if you're starting out and you are under the impression that you are never going to use your personal page for your business, I'm going to tell you that that's probably a mistake, okay? And a lot of us make this error early on. We decide that we want it to be separate. Let me tell you something. There's a way to use your personal page and not be that person. Okay, there's a way to use your personal page to market your business and talk about your business without making other people feel really uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the balance you need to find. That's what you need to have. You can't avoid using your personal page. Or if you do, you better be willing to pay a lot of money for your business page to get those posts in front of people, because your business page is fantastic. But did you know that when you have a business page and you post on that business page, it doesn't matter how many people like your page. Let's say you have 10,000 people that like your page, you might only end up with 100 that see a post unless you choose to boost it. Facebook is a business, you guys. They're trying to make money. So when you run a business page, your business page is great. People might really like it, but nobody's going to see those posts unless you're willing to pay for exposure. That's why we use a personal page. That's why we expand our market through our personal page, okay? So how do we do that? How do we use our personal page? Molly and I had a really great conversation earlier today about sharing, and we were talking about how, you can't just share one time, right? You have to share, and then you have to keep showing up and sharing every single day. People need to see you actively working your business. If you are somebody who really wants to do this to make good money, and there are so many different types of people in this business. There are those who want this to be a hobby, and if you just want it to be a hobby, that's okay. Maybe you don't have to use your personal page all that much, but if you want this to be like, I'm talking full-time income money, then you have to gain the credibility, right? You have to gain if it's a hobby, that's cool, whatever. But if you're like, I'm going to run my business like a business, I want to be paid like a business owner, you got to build a lot of credibility, which means you're going to announce that you joined, you're going to announce that you're starting a business. And a lot of people, they ignore us in the beginning. They ignore us, they ignore us, they ignore us, they disregard us. They think, oh, another one of those, another one, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom. especially because, you know, that's like, I call it the stay-at-home mom trifecta, right? Yoga pants, mom car, I sell something. It's true. So you got to build the credibility. You got to set yourself apart to say, you know what, yeah, a lot of people join these and they don't go anywhere with it and they don't do anything with it, and that's okay, but not me. I'm not going away. I'm working this business. I'm building a business. I'm building freaking mascara empire. You better freaking believe it, right? You got to set that tone. And so to set that tone, you got to share, and you got to share all the time, all the time. And I'm not saying every 5 seconds, 5 times a day, post a selfie. No, you don't want to do that. And you don't want every single thing that you ever post on social media to be about your business. In fact, you want a lot of your posts to have nothing to do with your business. You just need to be present. They just need to see you. You need to post things that bring value to other people's lives. I'm a big fan of inspirational quotes. Some people do recipes. Some people do funny videos. But you just post. You just be present. You post about your life. You post about your interests. Molly always talks about how it's so important to establish yourself as a credible source, not just for our product, but by talking about other products, recommending other awesome products that you love, that sort of stuff. You have to increase your social media presence, right? And when you're there and people are, and not only that, you have to interact with other people, because you can post all day long, but if you're not talking to people that are on your friends list, they're not going to necessarily see your stuff. The way Facebook algorithms work, when you comment on somebody else's things, Facebook's algorithm says, oh, they like each other, they're friends. I'm going to put more of her stuff in her newsfeed, right? We interact with people. When we get on social media, when we're spending that time, we're going through and commenting on our friends' lists. We're going through our friends' list, commenting on their posts, showing an interest in them. We're posting things regularly. I'm talking like 3 to 5 times a day on Facebook. Probably 1 or 2 have to do with your business. Everything else is something else that adds value, that's talking about your life. People love to watch other people. And you know what I'm talking about, because you probably like to do it too. There are those people that you just like to pay attention to. There are the ones who you do it for not great reasons, because they're kind of a train wreck. And then there are those ones that you're just drawn to, right? Which brings me to my next thing. You want to be a likable person. And you're like, that's the most insulting and ridiculous thing you've ever said. I don't mean that you're not likable. Okay, what I'm trying to say is we want to be somebody that people want to be friends with. So think about it. What do people want to be? And I'm not saying be somebody that you're not. You need to be who you are. You need to be 100% who you are, your own personality, your own who you are. Don't fundamentally change who you are, but be a kind person, right? Be somebody who lifts other people up, who people are drawn to because you're kind and you're interesting and you pay attention to them and you listen to them, even if it's just listening through Facebook, right? Be that person, and they're going to start to pay more and more attention to you. And all the while, you're sitting there, you're building your social media presence, you're interacting with other people, and every single day you keep talking about makeup. Every single day you say something about how you're so grateful for this experience that you have, for this group of women that you have, that you work with. You're so grateful that you have this job that lets you spend 5 to 10 minutes every day on yourself. And you know what? You feel more beautiful than you felt in a long time because you're actually taking time for self-care, and that's a gift, right? Or you feel great because you're bringing in income and you're getting to stay home with your kids, or you feel great because you're bringing in this extra income on top of your full-time job, and so now you can do extra things, or now you can pay down your student loan more, or whatever. All the while, you're sharing about your business. You have to share regularly, daily, consistently. You can't just say, hey, I'm doing this, I'm here, here's my magic mascara, buy my mascara, and then go away. You can't do that, because people are going to think that your business died. Even if it hasn't died in you, even if you're still so badly wanting to work it, if you're not talking about it openly, if you're not showing it and sharing it openly, people are going to think it's died, that you're done, that you just fizzled out like, because here's the deal. Thousands upon thousands of women join direct sales companies every day. And thousands upon thousands fizzle out. And they don't fizzle out because the system doesn't work. They don't fizzle out because the rest of us are sitting here at the top tromping everybody down. That's not it. Well, I'm not tromping anybody down, man. I'm all about bringing you people with me. I mean, I want you up here with me, right? They fizzle out because A lot of them decide that it's not for them. A lot of them just aren't willing to put themselves out there. It makes you feel vulnerable, and it's scary. It's terrifying, you guys. It is terrifying. And you care a whole lot about what other people think, and you think, oh my God, what if I annoy somebody? You got to get over that. You got to feel the fear and do it anyway, because if somebody doesn't like it, so what? So what? You're building a business. You're feeling more confident. You're feeling more empowered. If it gets on somebody's nerves, they can mute you on Facebook. They can unfriend you. And while we don't ideally want that, this is your business. You're growing a business. You want to build credibility. You've got to put yourself out there. And it's terrifying. And you feel so vulnerable and awkward. And just the other day, actually, I called Molly because a woman that I've been friends with, I hadn't heard and I hadn't seen much from her on my Facebook in a while. And I went and looked for her. And oh my gosh, we're not friends anymore on Facebook. This woman unfriended me. And I called Molly and I was like, I'm trying really hard not to take it personally, Molly. Oh my gosh, am I the worst overposter ever? Is she just like, I'm so sick of seeing her talk about her business? And Molly will tell it to you straight. You know, you got to have somebody, guys, that you can talk to that's going to be honest with you. And Molly was like, no. She's like, I don't think you do. She's like, this woman was also having some troubles in her marriage. And she's like, I don't think it has anything to do with you. She's probably just shutting down and blocking, anybody out, anybody who's not a close friend. She's probably just distancing herself, or maybe it did have to do with me, but either way, she was like, but so what, Lauren? So what? You have a thriving business. You're not spamming anybody with your posts. It's not personal. And you know what? It's not personal. All right. That's super important. If you're going to be successful, you have to let go. You have to let go of caring about what other people think. I used to care about it a lot. I used to be really, really self-conscious about it. And the best thing this business has given me is the ability to say, so what? I don't care what other people think. I'm going to run my business, and I can't care what anybody else has to say about it. That's what it's given me. It's given me more confidence than I've probably ever had in my entire life, because I am doing this with or without people. And when you're posting about your business and you're not making people feel pressured to buy, but you clearly are working this business and having a good time with it, and not taking yourself too seriously and not pressuring anybody and whatever, they see she's going to do this whether I support her or not. And that earns respect. People appreciate that. People appreciate when they're like, this girl, she's doing this whether I support her or not. Check her out, man. And eventually they're probably going to come around and support you because they like that, right? I'm rambling now, but the point is that you have to put yourself out there. You have to share. I'm talking 3 to 5 times a day. Molly said, when I was talking to her this morning, she said she counted my posts yesterday. I posted a lot yesterday, man. It was a long day. I was on Facebook a lot. And she was like, you posted like 9 times. And she was like, but the thing is that I was like, she posted 9 times, but it didn't feel like, another post from Lauren, because it was all different things. Probably 3 of those had to do with my business, but then there was a thing about closets. There was this thing about a shark. There were some things about my kids. There were some things about moving. It was a lot. But when it's all different things, and it's things that are bringing value to others, and things that are like, ooh, because people are interested in watching other people, it doesn't feel like that. I don't post 9 times every day. I don't recommend posting 9 times a day every day, but but the point is that I'm there. I'm present all the time. People think makeup, they think Lauren. People think unique, they think Lauren. People think, I don't know. And I guarantee you that there are people who are annoyed by me, but they never tell me, number one. And number two, so what, man? Laughing all the way to the bank, making almost, not what my husband makes in a month, but, what he makes in 1 paycheck a month, which is more than I've ever made in my whole life. So you better believe I'm going to keep showing up and doing what I'm doing, because that's pretty fantastic. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say. If you're new, it's terrifying. I remember the feeling so well. And it's nerve-wracking to put yourself out there, but you've got to announce it. You've got to tell them a little bit why, and you've got to keep showing up every day and sharing it, and you've got to do the really awkward, uncomfortable things that you're trying to figure out. You're trying to figure out how to take a selfie right. You're trying to figure out how to do a demo video. My demo video, my first one, I'm going to go back and look at it today, because it's like 11 minutes long, and I spend the entire time making fun of myself, and I'm like, you people are probably like, what is Lauren doing selling makeup? I'm no joke. I say that in the video. It's hilarious. Make a demo video. Share it. It's awesome. You're awesome. All right, 15 minutes. Gotta go. Bye.